There is no shortage of outlets competing for our resources, especially the money we earn. Because of that, it is a worthwhile pursuit to learn how to spend our limited dollars wisely. This is not a pursuit I'm sure we ever fully master in life, but it's still a battle worth fighting. Because when we are unintentional with our money, it gets wasted on frivolous things. One look around most of our houses would reveal countless purchases that were unnecessary. The item seemed important and helpful at the time, but before long it sits unused, unneeded, adding no value to our lives. It was money wasted. No doubt, one of the most humbling aspects of becoming minimalist, or just a good decluttering, is the realization of how much money we wasted on things we don't need. Is there a way to overcome this tendency? Of course there is. Surely you've heard some of the typical pieces of advice on how to stop overspending and how to stop wasting money. Create a budget, only pay with cash, pay your savings first, waste 30 days before any purchase. Each of those ideas has merit. In fact, I've used all of them at some point in my life. But there's an even more important step that we can take to stop wasting money on things we don't need. And this is the most helpful strategy of them all. We can choose bigger goals for our money. Because the greater the goal we have for it, the less likely we are to waste it. For example, if I were to ask you, what is the goal you have for the money in your life? How would you answer? Do you even have one? You might say, well, I just want enough money to live comfortably. And that's not a bad goal necessarily, but what does it look like to live comfortably exactly? It's hard to articulate and often changes based on our income because of lifestyle inflation and adaptation. It's a fine goal, but the pursuit of comfortable living has resulted in still quite a few wasted dollars. You might say, I just want to get out of debt. Again, that's an admirable goal. But how much money do you need to make to get out of debt anyway? Isn't it true in most cases there are still some changes that people could make in order to get out of debt quicker, even with the money that they currently make? Hasn't the goal of getting out of debt still resulted in quite a few wasted dollars? Or maybe you'd say, money buys me freedom. That is my goal. Again, not a bad thing to pursue on its merits. But how much freedom do you actually require for this goal to be met? Chances are pretty good that you already are more free than most of the people in the world. And yet, it's not enough. Now, don't misunderstand me here and the point of this video. I am not against working to improve your financial circumstances, getting out of debt, saving for retirement, or any other number of personal financial goals. I'm just not convinced these goals are big enough to keep us from wasting money on things we don't need. Most people would articulate one, if not all, of those financial goals, but we still spend, on average, $1,500 a month on non-essentials. Maybe these goals just aren't big enough. Let me show you how dreaming even bigger dreams might help us waste less money. Our money is only as valuable as what we choose to spend it on. We can use our money to buy a bigger home, a nicer car, a larger screen television, a new purse, or an expensive coffee. But in every case, our dollars can only be spent once, and the return on investment will always be tied to the thing we chose to purchase. And one of the reasons we fall into the trap of buying things we don't need is because we haven't sat down and considered the full potential for our financial resources. When our pennies have no focus or greater end, they become too easy to spend. For example, my dollars can be used to upgrade my phone again, or they could be used to feed a refugee family in Ukraine. The phone may be an upgrade until the new model comes out, or a family could be rescued from starvation. Which is more valuable? My dollars can be used to remodel my home, or they could be used to help an inner city child attend college. My new furniture will be faded again in a few years, or that young man or woman could change the entire trajectory of their family. Which is more valuable? My dollars can be used to buy another pair of jeans, or those same dollars could allow a struggling single mother to bring home pizza on a Friday night for her family and get a little extra rest. The jeans may look good for a few months, or that single mother may be encouraged and empowered by your simple love in ways you'll never fully comprehend. This is a life-changing way to view our money. Our money, you see, is only as valuable as what we choose to spend it on. And the bigger the goal we set for ours, no matter how much we have, the less likely we are to waste it on things that don't matter. Very few of us would purposefully choose to upgrade our phone at the expense of a starving family down the street. So what problems in the world are you passionate about solving? Who needs your help and support? What good deeds for others can your money accomplish? Name them, list them, and begin seeing the full potential for the financial resources in your life. Many people dream of being rich. In fact, I just saw a statistic that 60% of Americans wish to become billionaires. But here again, if I could challenge that thinking, saving money just for the sake of having a lot of it will, in my opinion, eventually fall victim to clever marketing and outside influences. When you think about it, just having a lot of money in your bank account isn't really a very motivating goal. The bigger question is, why am I saving this money? What's the end goal for it? And if we haven't gotten clear on a bigger goal for our dollars, they will eventually get spent on things that don't matter. So if you want to stop wasting money in your life, choose bigger goals and dream bigger dreams for it. As an added bonus, this strategy helps us fight the presence of envy in our lives. Let's say I'm passionate about a specific problem that I see in the world and I begin using my money to solve it. Suddenly, it doesn't matter to me that my neighbor bought a boat, my best friend got new shoes, or my relative just went on a really extravagant vacation. Because my money was spent on something important to me, it doesn't matter that I have less of it. I'm proud of where it was spent. When we begin to see the full potential for our lives is far greater than selfish and worldly pursuits, we are less likely to waste our resources chasing them. And if you enjoyed this video, the best way that you can support this channel and help to spread the inspiration is by liking this video to let YouTube know that it's worth watching. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, subscribe to the channel, the best way to stay current with all the videos we post.